I was inpatient at a mental hospital at the end of 2023, and here are some things that I've learned since my discharge. One thing that I learned is that mental health really doesn't see wealth, class, race, education. I was placed in a co-ed adult unit, and the ages I would say were from 18 to 80. There are also kid and geriatric units too. In my unit, there were business people, there were people that were homeless, there were college kids, there were moms, and everyone's there for different reasons. People had dealt with child exploitation, domestic violence, OCD, schizophrenia, bad breakups. So people who just wanted food and a bed to sleep in. Another thing that I learned is that you really can't rely on just one avenue of treatment. And it is a grind. You can't just only do medication, or you can't just only go see your therapist bi-weekly. It really should be an entire lifestyle approach. You also want to exercise. You need to go outside. You need to be in the sun. You need to join a peer program. You need to get a job or volunteer. You not only need to eat every day, but you also need to eat healthy. If you eat like crap, you're going to feel like crap. You also really need social support. Spend time with your family, your friends. Stop hanging out with bad association. No substances, no drinking, and watch out for that caffeine. It really isn't always good for your mental health in the long run. Another thing that I learned is that there are a lot of predators within the mental health space. Yikes. And listen, it'll be the patients. A lot of them do know what they're doing, but also a lot don't. They're just not mentally well enough to understand how they're behaving, which is a very interesting pill to swallow. It should be with the staff too, because sometimes they're doing it or they know about it and they don't care. So messed up because you're taking advantage of people who are literally at their worst. Another thing that I learned is that group therapy can be one of the best forms of therapy because we really do learn the most from each other. It also tends to be more accessible and it's typically free. Something else that I learned, that money and access are a privilege, but to a point. Because someone has the money or the ability to get treatment doesn't mean that they're gonna get better. Like, imagine for years trying every medication, CBT, DBT, ECT, and eventually being told, listen, there's nothing else we can do for you. Obviously, you're gonna feel like such a failure, but also there's gonna be this level of guilt because I've heard people say things like, oh, if I was able to see a doctor and a therapist like you, then I would have been feeling better by now. Like, something's wrong with you, like you're not doing something right. I think I just came out of the experience having a deeper compassion for people that are treatment resistant. I would say my biggest takeaway from the whole experience is that failure and relapse is normal. It's personally also hard for me to digest. Mental health is a really important part of me in real life. I'm glad that so many guys are taking to it now that I'm talking more about it online. I also think I want to start a series about just things that I learned in therapy. So let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in. Okay, love you. Bye.